Unsurprisingly, the first trailer for Detective Pikachu features a ton of Pokémon. WB and Legendary released the first trailer for the upcoming live-action Pokémon movie, which stars Ryan Reynolds as the voice of Detective Pikachu and Justice Smith as his human partner Tim Goodman. One of the big concerns with Detective Pikachu was how the Pokémon would look in a live-action film. To the relief of many Pokémon fans, the Pokémon look both realistic and instantly recognizable. While we're not used to seeing Pikachu with fur or Psyduck with feathers, all of the Pokémon shown in the trailer are remarkably close to their video game and anime depictions. So which Pokémon appear in the film? Scroll down for a complete listing. The opening scene of the trailer is jam-packed with Pokémon. While a Dodrio and a Charmander both walk past Tim in the foreground, we also see a Bouffalant plodding by in the crowd. There's also a Braviary perched on a ledge that overlooks the crowd that's only visible for about a half second. The air is also filled with Pokémon, ranging from Comfey, the Pokémon that resembles a Hawaiian lei, to what appears to be a Flabébé, a fairy-type Pokémon from the Kalos region. Some of the other flying-type Pokémon are a bit harder to make out, but we did see an Emolga, an electric/flying type Pokémon, and Pidgeotto flying through the air. That's quickly followed by a quick glimpse of Catherine Newton's character Lucy and her partner Pokémon Psyduck, who looks both adorable and spaced out. You'll note that later in the trailer, Lucy is carrying Psyduck with what looks like a baby carrier, which explains how the vapid Pokémon can keep up with its trainer. There's also several neon signs showing even more Pokémon, including Victini, Wooper, Goomy, Swirlix, and Petalil. There's also possible stylized signs on some of the skyscrapers featuring logos based on Magneton and Dugtrio. A few seconds later, Tim walks into his childhood room, which is covered in Pokémon posters. Charizard and Rayquaza appear on multiple posters, and we also see glimpses of Dragonite, Hypno, Gengar, Blastoise, and Flygon. Interestingly, Tim's posters are the only references we see to legendary Pokémon in the trailer. Along with Rayquaza, we also see Zekrom and Reshiram and a text mention of Articuno. The fact that Articuno was set to battle a Steelix means that trainers have definitely caught and trained legendary Pokémon in the world of Detective Pikachu. Interestingly, we also see references to several regions from various Pokémon games. Cerulean City from Kanto, the Johto region, and the Sinnoh region all get referenced on some of Tim's posters. Of course, the star of the trailer is Detective Pikachu, who is both adorable and very fuzzy. As he expresses his relief that someone can finally understand him in a crowded street market, we see a group of Emolga perched on a booth and a Doduo looking in the street. There's also a sign featuring the enigmatic Unknown, another sign that strange and rare Pokémon are well known in Rhyme City. As Detective Pikachu implores Tim to become his partner, we also see missing posters for a Squirtle and a Pancham, a possible sign that it's not just Tim's dad who is missing. The next Pokémon featured in the trailer is a small herd of Bulbasaur and Morlul, another combination of the old and new. Bulbasaur is one of the first Pokémon fans were introduced to, while Morlul was only recently introduced in Pokémon Sun and Moon. Bulbasaur is technically the final original starter Pokémon we see in the trailer, as Charmander appeared in the opening scene and Squirtle appeared on a missing trailer. We also get a brief glimpse of a live Squirtle in the Fight Club scene a few seconds later. After Bulbasaur shows up, we get our first glimpse at Jigglypuff, who is of course put off because she just put someone to sleep. The big question is whether her microphone doubles as a marker, which could indicate that she's the infamous Jigglypuff who tormented Ash and his friends in the anime. Behind Jigglypuff is a poster of Machamp and Primeape, two more Pokémon from the original series. The star of the Fight Club scene is Charizard, who looks both terrifying and amazing. Attendees of this year's Pokémon World Championship got to record chants of Pikachu and Charizard that are likely linked to this fight scene. Since Detective Pikachu can't use moves in the original video game, his fight against an angry and powerful Charizard could be painfully short. As Tim looks in on what's likely the cage fight, both Squirtle and Rufflet, the pre-evolved form of Braviary, are among the crowd of onlookers. Surprisingly, the main villain of Detective Pikachu appears to be a trio of Greninja, the fully evolved form of the Kalos starter Pokémon Froakie. Super Smash Bros. Fans should recognize Greninja as it was one of the playable fighters in the Wii U/Nintendo 3DS installment of the series. Greninja is a water/dark type Pokémon known for its ability to throw water shuriken, which we seem to get a glimpse of in the trailer. You'll also note that the Greninja actually use their tongues as scarves, which is both an awesome visual and super gross. You'll also note that the Greninja can jump super high and climb on walls, which make them terrifying foes for Detective Pikachu and Tim. The breakout star of the trailer is surprisingly Mr. Mime, one of the weirder Pokémon from Pokémon Red and Blue. Mr. Mime is a psychic-type Pokémon known for its oversized hands and ability to create invisible barriers. Zero comments. While the anime always showed Mr. Mime communicating by saying its name over and over again, this Mr. Mime actually speaks via miming, which makes for some hilarious moments. Mr. Mime also quickly uses his barrier attack to block Pikachu, which makes it one of only 2 Pokémon attacks we actually see in the trailer. We should also point out that Mr. Mime's shoulders look an awful lot like dodgeballs, complete with actual creases. With his freckled face and his smug and hilarious expressions, this trailer turns Mr. Mime from one of the most disliked Pokémon to a potential star of the franchise.